Yeah, man. It's the one and only DJ Chase, man. I'm tired. I've been grinding for the last month, man. Toronto, been all over. Today we got a special episode, man. The pregame party Miss podcast. Once again, this episode is brought to you by Groover, the hottest platform to get in touch with playlist curators and real people get feedback, not just from bots, but real people get real feedback on Groover. And our podcast directory, use the promo code DJ Chase. But enough for all that, man. We got a fire guest, and I'm very honored to speak with this brother, Renaissance man, DJ, musical artist, entrepreneur. You know this man, just a Renaissance all around good brother, Baltimore, Maryland's own. My guy, Von Vargas in the building. How you doing today, King?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Blessed and highly favored, man. I can't complain. I'm alive, so another day to fix yesterday's problems. You feel me?
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
Don't
Yeah.
nobody want head anyway.
Exactly, pretty much. Everybody got their own problems, so ain't nobody to hear that.
Yeah.
But man, like I said, you were brought to my attention. Like I said, I get so many artists. I meet so many veterans. I meet so many legends in the business. Doing what I do. You have a very unique story. You have you come from. We're gonna talk. Well, for one, I want to talk about your background for those that don't know you, right? So my audience is younger. My audience is new, so they might not necessarily know who Von Vargas is or know even the Baltimore, Maryland, the Maryland music scene, things like that, right? So with that being said, you're originally from Baltimore, Maryland, correct?
Yep. Born and raised.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. What part of Baltimore?
I'm actually from the west side of Baltimore.
Uh huh.
Uh, if you're familiar, if you ever watched The Wire,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever watched The Wire?
Me personally, no, I watched not the
No.
Wire. What's the other one? I was a little older. The Corner before the
The
Wire.
Corner.
The Corner, yeah, the
Okay.
Corner, yeah. I
Okay.
used to watch that all the time. Yeah,
So yeah. So the corner was shot around the corner from where I'm from.
crazy. Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, and the wire as well. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
West Baltimore. Yeah.
Got you. All right. Well, I gotta ask, right? So, Baltimore has this reputation, especially what's going on now with, well, not Maryland per se, but the DC that area, it was drug infested in the '80s and '90s and things like that. Did that and kind of inspire you to do music or be more creative?
Yeah, I mean, me growing up, I'm growing up in just like I said, these shows are shot around the corner from where
Yeah.
I lived and grew up. So
Mm,
these shows wasn't shot just because it was just like some great idea.
mm,
This was the reality of where,
mm,
we from. So that those things of me growing up, you know what I mean,
mm,
it made me feel like all my friends, as a matter of fact, every
mm,
last one of them was, either
mm,
hustling, selling drugs, or doing some certain things that,
mm.
I'm saying, that wasn't
Yeah.
really like upholding
Yeah.
as a standard, I'm saying,
Yeah.
criminal activity. And
Yeah.
so those are the type of things that, you know what I mean, it was either I would either fall victim to it or I would go a
Mm,
different route. And,
mm,
music helped me to kind of stay away from
mm,
that route and
mm.
get more into, DJing,
Yeah.
producing, all those different things. So
Yeah.
it influenced my music real heavily because, like I said, I could have fell victim to it
Mm,
as well. But those were the things that I had to watch out for, and
mm,
so growing up, I wanted to speak about it and speak about people who was like me, who
mm,
maybe they was trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
And either they could go left or they could go right. I'm hoping
mm,
that my music would inspire them to go
mm.
right, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and
Yeah.
not go left.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that answer. And do you feel like you know what? Because like I said, you do got a few Baltimore. Well, I only say they Baltimore, like because Baltimore's known for like go, not well, DC's go go, but Baltimore club music, the club music, things like that. That's when I first got it, like in tune with like Baltimore music. But as far as like hearing the rap side of it, who did you listen to growing up?
I mean, I listened to all the greats growing up, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
R&B, Rakim,
yeah,
EPMD, like these was the people who really inspired me.
mm,
Uh, Big Daddy Kane,
yeah,
Cool G Rap, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
And then later, it was Nas, it was
yeah,
Raekwon, Ghostface, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z,
yeah,
it was a lot of Big Pun, all
yeah,
these Mob
yeah,
Deep. It was like
yeah,
the best of the best of the best and the cream of the crop. I think that
mm,
that time was a time where you couldn't sound like somebody else. So
for
I
sure.
think it it was really impactful. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So
mm,
those were the people I listened to growing up.
mm. Got you, got you. And like, did you play like sports, anything like that, or just music was always the route that you kind of chose?
Yeah, no, I played sports. I mean, I got two brothers. I got an older
Okay.
brother and a younger brother. So,
Yeah.
we all played sports.
Mm,
And when it was off season, we was playing sports. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So,
mm.
basketball, football. Um, but as I got older and I got in high school
Yeah.
and I got cut from the basketball team, my pops was like, "What you mad for? Like you supposed to be doing music anyway." And
That's
so
up. That's up.
it kind of like, it kind of helped me to say, you know what? Let
Mm,
me just focus more on
mm.
music.
Got you.
So,
And when did you start DJing?
man, I started DJing and I want to say fifth grade.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Got you. Would you start on? You had techniques, or would you start on Gemini's?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Was they Gemini's or Pioneers?
Yeah.
It was either one or the other
Mm,
because a buddy of mine he had two turntables and a mixer, and I don't
yeah.
know if you remember the jukebox.
Yeah. Of
You
course.
remember the
The
jukebox?
channel. Yeah. Of course. The jukebox is my
Yeah,
channel. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I ain't that young. I look young. I ain't that young.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jukebox is my
yo,
channel. Yeah.
so the jukebox, man. At this time, a lot of rappers
Yeah.
and their videos, they had the two
Call in. You got to
turntables,
call in.
and
Yeah.
and they had the little mixer. It was like the little Pioneer mixer in the middle or something like that.
Yeah.
So my homeboy, his grandma, it seemed like his grandmother got him whatever he wanted. So he had got a
Yeah.
new set, turntables, mixers. He lived
Mm,
around the corner. I would go around his house all the time, try to get on his joints.
yeah.
And there was times when he wasn't even there. I knock on his door, ask his grandmother, "Can I get on his joints?" Of course, she wouldn't
Yeah.
let me, but I still tried. So that's when I started in the fifth
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah, that's what's
And
up. So you was doing like the school events, or you just like outside doing like the park jams, or maybe some clubs that you shouldn't have been in. Like, nah, I'm joking, but like
no,
what
no,
kind of events you
no.
started judging? I mean DJing,
No,
excuse me.
that happened. Yeah, no, that
Yeah,
happened. That happened a little bit. I think I probably was in high school when I
yeah,
was doing like events or clubs that I wasn't old enough to be in.
yeah.
Um, and that was because I had like older cats who would school me, and DJing and stuff like that. And those were the cats,
Mm,
I would go to them. I would go to gigs with them. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Carry the crates with them or whatever,
yeah.
and they would always give me a set. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Actually, it was one of my neighbors. He had the whole shebang, man. So
that's
12s,
up.
all that. You know what I'm
Oh, he
saying?
was rich. He was rich. Huh? He was rich. You had
Shoot,
to be
it
rich
felt
to have
like it.
those. He was
It
rich.
felt like it. It felt like it. But
Mm,
he would take me to his gigs, and you know what I mean. So he could
yeah.
get on the dance floor and dance with
I
the
have you
ladies and
DJ
all
for
that,
free.
and have me DJ. You know what I'm saying? But it was
Word.
it was cool. It allowed me to learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it
Mm,
was just that was the time of paying dues. Nowadays, you try to do that with some young cats. They want their money up front and all that. But you know what I
mm,
mean? Back
yeah,
that was like really the time where I was able to learn and grow and
yeah,
you know what I mean? Just put the one with the two.
yeah, yeah. Gotcha. And let me ask you another question, right? So, what kind of music did you play when you was DJing? Like, did you play like hip hop, club music, R&B? Like, what kind of or house, even house music? What kind of music did you play with DJing?
All of it.
Oh, okay,
All of
gotcha.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, we weren't playing no rock music or
Of
anything
course, of
like
course, of course,
that,
of course.
but
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
but at the span, especially like I said, like my neighbor,
Mm,
he had it all, and so he
yeah.
had the most records. He had, I can go in his basement and the records is lined up all the way around him. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Along the wall in the basement. You know what I'm saying? And so
mm,
he had it all, and so I had at my
mm,
fingertips. He would let me borrow records. You
mm,
know what I'm saying, and all of that. So really, like all of it. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Some 70s, some 80s.
mm,
That was like early 90s. So, you know what I
mm.
mean? Some early 90s, but more 90s, 80s, and
Yeah.
70s.
For sure, for sure. And I want to ask you this too. So, when was the turning point you say, you know what, maybe DJing is just a short term game, and versus being an artist? When did you like transition to being an artist?
So I still DJ. I
Okay.
never stopped DJing.
Yeah.
Um, as far as like being an artist,
Well, I mean,
get
you know what I mean, like more or less just doing more artistry versus DJing. Excuse me, I should say.
yeah. It's
Mm.
funny because some people think I still do both. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and as an artist, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes when I'm performing, I perform with my DJ sets too. So
Nice. Okay.
it's it offer a different experience. But
Mm.
there was a time where I
Mm.
wasn't DJing as much because
Mm.
I had someone say, "Yo, you got to choose one or the other. You can't do both."
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And as I look back, I'm like, that's the worst advice that somebody could give somebody because if
Definitely.
you think about some of the artists now, some of the great artists now,
Mm.
they DJ and they artists. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes,
think
sir. Yes,
about
sir.
Q-Tip. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm.
You think about Timberland. You think about Pharrell. You think about
Mm.
Missy. You know what I'm saying? You think
Yeah.
about MC Light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like these are people who
Yeah.
still do both and still in both of those
Mm.
spaces.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So
Yeah, because the reason I asked that more or less, Vaughn, is this, right? What do you love more, DJing or rapping?
both.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the breakdown of it.
Yeah.
Times when times when I'm like I don't feel like being times when I don't feel like being like dealing with like me recording or in the studio and stuff like that.
Mm.
I'm on my tables.
Yeah.
And it's an outlet.
Yeah.
I'm learning, I'm practicing,
Yeah.
or I'm rehearsing, you know what I'm saying, for
Mm.
for for, for performance or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's times where I'm like, all right, I had enough of the tables now. I'm back
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah.
But it's both. I can't separate them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this though,
Yeah.
there was a time where I said there was a time where I said to myself like, I can't just always play other people
Mm. Mm.
because I got a voice and I got a story and a message that people need to hear too.
Mm.
So, and if I'm just playing other people, nobody will ever hear the
Mm.
message from me. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm.
that was a time where I was like, yo, I gotta make sure I'm recording. I gotta make sure I'm using my voice to make
Mm.
a difference as well and not
Mm.
just playing other people's stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Fire. So I gotta ask, right? This is a DJ question. Kid Capri or Jazzy Jeff? Who you got?
You funny.
We here all day.
You know what? I don't know, man. Yo, I was just at an event that Jazzy Jeff did like 2 months ago,
I
and
know. I know.
and he killed it.
I know.
But
Okay.
Kid Capri kills it too.
All right. I just gotta ask because I'm a DJ's DJ. So as a DJ, we gotta know we know who's who. So the debate
Yeah,
is either
yeah.
Kid Capri or Jazzy Jeff.
They
And
two,
I
but they two different. They two different.
nah. You gotta pick one. All
But
right,
I'm saying they
I'll let you off the hook. I'll let you off the hook. I'm teasing you. I'll let you off the hook.
they two different styles of music.
Nah, I'm messing
Kid,
with you,
Kid
man.
Capri gonna talk.
All right.
Jazzy Jeff don't really talk. Do you
Okay.
notice that,
See.
right?
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Jazzy Jeff don't talk. He has
Yeah.
somebody who talk for him,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he don't do it. Kid Capri, he gonna talk. He gonna get the
Yeah.
crowd hype. He gonna
Yeah.
do a lot of different things that Jeff
Yeah.
not gonna do.
Yeah.
But Jeff gonna play some records that Kid Capri not gonna play either.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. We'll leave it at that. I got one more for you. DJ Premier or Pete Rock? Who you got?
What are we talking about? Beat making or DJing?
DJ.
You know what? I don't know. I never been in a function that DJ Premier, DJ or Pete Rock. But
Okay. Okay.
if we talking about production, that's something
Production.
different.
All right. Let's talk about production. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Pete Rock.
Oh, Premier. Ah, man. All right. I'll take Pete Rock. All right. He's fine.
I'm gonna go with Pete Rock.
all right, got you,
That
got
was
you.
a good question though, because it made me
Uh,
start thinking. I'm like, Premier, hey, he got hot joints. He got crazy hot joints.
for
But P,
sure, for
but
sure.
but Pete Rock, he got. If you go on Pete Rock catalog, he got
Mm,
some hot. One period, he was
yeah,
that guy.
yeah.
So
Okay, got you, got you. I respect it. I respect it. I'll let you off the hook with that one. But we said we gonna come back to that Kid Capri and Jazzy Jeff question though. We gonna come back to that though.
all right,
Nah, I'm messing with you. But nah, seriously. But as far as like production, like when you start picking your beats, right? DJs, we think a little different as far as like music selection and beat selection. And especially your content of your music is very positive. So what made you like when you listen to beats, like what makes you pick a beat to rap on?
so I mean, it's different. Like some people would think DJing, you just want to do a whole lot of party records. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
which is not
But
true.
that's the
Further from truth.
exactly,
Further from truth. Yeah.
exactly. So it got to be a certain element for me that if it's a beat that I'm rapping to,
Mm,
it gotta have like a certain type of feel to it where I feel like it. First of all, the drums gotta be right. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But it's I guess my way is a little different because I'm producing my stuff. So
mm,
when I'm sometimes I may just do the drums and I bring in somebody who play horns or somebody who
mm,
play keys way better than I can play, and somebody who
mm,
play bass and put it all together in a different way.
mm,
But I think at the end of the day, it gotta be something that I like.
mm,
Period. If
mm,
I don't like it,
mm.
then it's gonna get trashed.
Got you, got you. So I want to ask you this question, right? Let's just talk some business, right? And that's a great segue for me. So a lot of artists today, they pick stuff that's trendy. You know what I'm saying? We come from a day where, like I said, we didn't want to sound like I didn't want to sound like Von Vargas, and Von Vargas didn't want to sound like me. But it wasn't a competitive thing; it was a creative thing, more or less. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
So, and
absolutely.
like I said, you speak a lot of South by Southwest. You recorded Academy. You have the accolades, the awards. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that. How do you feel artists, especially younger artists today, maybe the I say 30 and under, how should they approach music to get it to sell? And then what I mean by that is you hitting the nail on streaming, and as far as like the music is not connecting, more or less, right? So
Yeah,
what is one piece of advice that you would give an artist that can make the music sonically connect with the audience?
yeah, that's a good question. I would say this is off the top. Of course, there's more layers to this,
Mm,
but I would say normally, like what everybody doing, do the opposite.
mm,
Because number one, you're gonna stand out,
mm. Yes, sir.
and most people they want to fit in. I mean, if you think about the radio and stuff like that, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying. Your record gotta sound a certain way in order to fit into what the program is.
mm,
But if that's your goal, then yeah, you gotta. But you can still do that in a way where you still
mm.
being different than everybody else.
Yeah.
You understand? But that would be like my first thing is like, yo, think about being different than everybody else. What do you what you have that's unique that you feel like nobody else does
Mm,
that you can use and stand on
mm,
and not try to sound like everybody else. It's easy to sound like other people and
mm,
mimic their styles and rap with auto tune and sing with auto tune and all that. That's easy.
mm,
It's not easy to say, hey, I'm gonna stand, I'm gonna be different, I'm gonna stand on it.
mm.
And it, Jay had a line years
Yeah.
ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you like it, then fine. You know what I'm saying? Let you
Yeah.
feel me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So you gotta be like that.
Yeah. Got you, got you. Now there was something you hit on the nail too, as far as like streaming services not paying artists, and once again, veterans like myself, we've seen from the cassettes, you know what I'm saying, vinyl cassettes, you know what I'm saying, the transition, Walkman, CD players, Discmans, you know what I'm saying, to streaming, where we at now, and you have a platform called is it Crooked Crowns, you have a platform
Cock,
that
cock crowns, cock crowns.
Cock Crowns, got it. I want to make sure I said it right, Cock Crowns, right? And so basically, are you signing artists or describe cock crowns to the people that don't know what it is?
So cock crowns is actually it's a collection. It's an album. You got a
Mm,
side A, side B,
yeah,
and we have the deluxe coming in another month.
yeah.
We have a film, music short film that goes along with the collection. We have an art book that goes along with the collection, and the book just it has these photographs, lyrics. It
Yeah.
has stories that go along with my journey, where I'm at now. In this
Mm.
place where I'm like going hard with D2C and all that.
Mm.
So those are the things, and then we have merch as well that all comes along with the
Mm.
collection.
Mm.
But Cop Crowns is actually is the title of the album. It's the title of the
Mm.
soundtrack, and basically it's I'm speaking to people who maybe you forgot
Yeah.
that that we are royalty.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That we come from royalty. You understand? And my thing is, had we known and remembered this, maybe we wouldn't hate on each other, or we wouldn't steal from each other, or try to kill each other, or even sell drugs to each other. You
Right.
understand? We would
Yes, I
see each
do.
other in a different light.
Yes, I do.
And so, that's really the theme of the crowns is that, we are royal. It's the crown. We have the crowns. They just cock to the side. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I said, with my platform, once again, it's so much. And once again, shout out to the Digilog. Those are my peoples. I've been there since the beginning with the Digilog. And once again, it's so much misinformation out here as far as the business, right? And you have a lot of these podcasters who've never seen a royalty check, who don't know what anything, who've never actually seen one or got paid a royalty check. What is the one of the biggest misconceptions of the music business from your perspective that's in the atmosphere?
That's well, one of the misconceptions for sure is that, you think you're gonna get in and you're gonna blow up, or you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's just gonna be light work and easy.
yeah,
That's a misconception for sure.
yeah, for sure. And with that being said, man, you have so much knowledge. You've seen, the music business from, like I said, from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? Do you still love music the same way you loved when you first started?
I do, because I listen to music a lot. Now, I'm
Mm,
not always listening to what I listened to when I first started.
yeah.
I'm not like, I don't listen to hip hop
Mm,
all the time like I
yeah.
used to.
Yeah.
I, my palette is more diverse now.
Mm,
And so, I got to span the music that I really love and that I listen to.
mm,
And it even take me back to when I was younger, because I was thinking, and it's funny that you said that, because I was thinking yesterday, I was like,
yeah.
or actually this morning, I was thinking like, man, you know what? I'm trying to figure out, why do I like certain genres of
Mm,
music?
yeah.
And like I said, man, you know what? My pops did that, because when I was younger, he took us to see Purple Rain.
Yeah.
He brought us the We Are the World record. He
Yeah.
had the Michael Jackson Thriller record,
Yeah.
and I would see him in the house with guitars and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so years later, I'm thinking like how that got me to be at a younger age, to where and today I'm more embracive
Yeah.
of other genres of music. So
Yes. Yes.
I'm saying all that to say, where I used to growing up, like I'm in high school.
Yeah.
I'm listening to a lot of hip hop. I'm coming out of high school. It's really all about hip hop. That's really, really what it is. Maybe some R&B, some
Yeah.
club music or whatever.
Yeah.
Now in my life, it's a more diverse palette where it's a
Yeah.
lot of other genres:
Yeah.
classical,
Yeah.
jazz, some pop,
Yeah.
R&B, country,
Yeah.
Christian, all these different genres I listen to because I
Mm.
really enjoy them.
Nice, nice. And I want to ask you this question, right? You know, you love genres. You a DJ. You, like I said, you do this. And my approach to this interview was like to somebody who didn't know you, because like I said, you have so many accolades. I can't even name them all. So I'm like, okay, how do I approach this interview, right? Now, the reason I'm asking like that is because once again, a lot of artists feel like they have to do everything themselves, right? They got to be 100% independent, which is the dumbest idea ever. They get fed, oh, independent, 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 right? And this is one of my last questions too. So do you feel like artists today in this climate, especially like with streaming, different, I guess, marketing platforms versus the ones that we didn't have social media. Do you feel like artists should stay independent, direct to consumer, or do you feel like artists should like try to get a publishing deal or a major deal?
So one of the things about publishing deals could be beneficial and it may not be beneficial
Yeah,
because you know your publisher is recouping against the records that you land.
yeah,
Like you can do a whole bunch of records, but
yeah.
if they don't get placed and they not recouping as far as would like say if somebody was to pick up your record,
Mm,
maybe 10 of your records, but your records did nothing, then your publisher is not getting their advance back that they gave you. So you still got to keep delivering and delivering. So it all depends on what it is. And then even with a record deal, it all depends on what your goal is.
mm,
Because you can get a record deal, you know, and all of that. And one thing I can say about a record deal is, and this will be my hope, is that it will give you the opportunity to have the platform.
mm,
And if you take that platform and you use it, then say like, okay, you came out with one album and the label dropped you.
mm,
At least that next album you put out and those other albums, at least they already promoted you in some kind of way where you could utilize that
mm,
and build on that
mm.
momentum.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to start from scratch.
Mm,
But it all depends. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what the goal is.
mm.
You know, staying independent. You know, it like now it's a lot of talk about independent,
Yeah.
but you know, you have artists who are not independent, they doing well. But you have artists who not independent who not doing well.
Mm,
So you know, if you want to really control your masters, you want to really control your trajectory and all of that,
mm,
it's good to stay independent. Is it easier? No.
mm,
It takes the discipline, consistency,
mm,
the work, you know, being creative,
mm.
being able to do things that other artists aren't doing.
Yeah, yeah,
And at the end, you see the reward.
yeah.
But you know, if you're not down for that and you want people to do everything for you and all of that, then maybe a record contract is better for you. But then again, they still not gonna do everything for you because they only want to see what you doing to build on the momentum you got. So it all depends.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that answer. And my very, very last question, we could do this all day. I know you're a busy man, but so I ain't gonna keep you too long. I want to ask you this, right? If there was a younger version of, no, I'll say it like this. If there was a young kid coming up to you, 15, right? Say Von Vargas, what's one piece of advice that you would give me getting into the music business today? What would that a piece of advice be?
The number one piece of advice I would give to anybody, I don't care if you're 15 or 50, know that you called to do it.
Mm,
Know that this has something to do with your purpose and it's not just a hobby. Because the reason I'm saying that is because
mm,
with anything you do in life, there are peaks and there are valleys.
yeah.
And if you call to do it when the valleys hit, you're not going to give up.
Mm,
The valleys are only going to make you stronger. They're going to make you wiser. So when you hit your peaks again, you can enjoy them in a different way. But if you don't, if you're not called, the moment you hit them valleys, you're going to turn loose.
mm,
And I've seen artists do that time and time again. Artists that was super talented. Where I was like, yo, they gave up too soon
yeah.
because they was crazy talented.
Yeah.
But again, you gotta know you're called to do it, and the lanes will open up for you.
Yes, sir. And on that note, the legend, Von Vargas, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate the gems. I appreciate the wisdom, but we made it happen, my brother. Once
Thank
again,
you, man.
if people don't know you or plug everything from your point of view, where can they find you? Where can they get the album Cook Crowns, side A, side B? Where can they get all your merch, book you for shows? He's expensive DJing, just like myself. He's too expensive to book. You know what I'm saying? Where can they how can they book and reach out to Von Vargas?
We could work it out. It depends on where I gotta go. But yeah, they could get in contact with me at vonvargas.com. You could get the album at vonnewalbum.com. Or you could just check it out on Even or Bandcamp. Um, and I think we're looking to do some NFTs with it as well. But
Fire.
yeah, vonnewalbum.com or vonvargas.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is, man. Once again, it's DJ Chase, man. I told you I got the fire guest in 2025. Once again, it's DJ Chase, the pregame part of this podcast right here on DJChaseRadio.com, man. Download that DJ Chase Radio mobile app for that exclusive content, man. DJ Chase Radio app on the iPhone, that Android. Get that app. DJChase.net. Get that merch. Get those hats. Get those hoodies. Spotify podcast, Apple Podcast, and YouTube, DJ Chase TV. And I'm out. Jump.